Hi everybody, it's Rita Smith, the #1 food fairy, so deemed by my kids. And today, as I promised last weekend, I am going to teach you how to chop an onion. If you've ever watched someone unprofessional or no one's ever taken the time to teach them how to chop an onion, you'll be astounded at the amount of work they can actually go to get an onion chopped, when in fact it shouldn't take more than 10 or 15 cuts to have a whole entire onion diced into very fine pieces if you do them the right way. Here's what you need to know. You're going to cut this end off, the end the root that goes into the ground. You're going to cut that end off to give yourself a flat surface on which to work, but you leave what I call the belly button. Leave the belly button on, the fuzzy brown part. Don't chop that off, because that holds the onion together while you're chopping. So I'll go like this. I'll cut the root end off. That'll go in the garbage. I'll take my onion, cut right through the belly button exactly in half. Now I have 2 halves of an onion. I'm going to peel out the flaky outside layer, or onion skin, as it's actually properly called. It actually is onion skin. So we'll pull that off because we don't want that to go into anything that we're cooking. It won't cook, and it's kind of, it would just stick to your teeth, I think, if you didn't bring that off. So we'll pull that off. There we go. Okay, so the outside skin is off. The bottom nub is off, but we have left on the belly button. And the reason that we leave on the belly button, because it holds the entire onion together while you do this. You just go thin slices, as close to, but not cutting all the way through the belly button as you can get. Okay, so that's what, about 6 cuts. Okay, I can pick the onion up, and it's pretty much still held together in one piece. And then I slice it like this. And because onions naturally form in layers, each little slice of the knife, a nice sharp French knife, each slice of the knife will give you actually tiny pieces of diced onion. So you get toward the end, and then you just chop around the belly button and throw that in the garbage. That's ready for soup, ready for stew, ready to get fried, ready to do anything that you're doing with your onion. So once again, you leave the belly button on, give it 6 or 7 slices, as close to the belly button as you can get without actually chopping through it. There you go. Okay, it's all held together, still together. Okay, so that makes it easier to handle when you do this amount of cutting. And with each slice of the knife into the pre-sliced onion, you're getting pieces and pieces of tiny diced onion. Keep it held to the belly button right at the back, and you're done. Finished. It shouldn't take more than about a dozen strikes of the knife to completely dash an onion, or to completely dice an onion into very small pieces for whatever it is that you need the onion for. Just remember not to cut through the belly button. If you cut through the belly button, then you've got slices of onion all over the table, and you're trying to pull them together and chop them in a mound, and they're squirting away, and that's way more work than it's worth. So make sure you keep the belly button on until the very bitter end, and then you slice it off, and you will be able to chop an onion very quickly, easily, cleanly, and get on to the next important thing. So there you go. I promised you how to chop an onion. Next will be how to dice a green pepper. And I'm looking forward to doing that. Take care. Rita Smith, #1 food fairy, signing off.